What's going on, guys? Today, the baby and I are going to be making you a blueberry and walnut pound cake. Yeah, I said it. So it's going to be dense, it's going to be blueberry, it's going to be walnutty. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix up our dry ingredients. It's pretty simple. We have 2 cups of almond flour here. Almond flour really makes a nice, dense baked good. Then we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And I like cinnamon with blueberry and walnut. I think that's like the perfect combination. You could leave it out if you're not a fan. And then just 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to give this a quick mix. Cinnamon smells so strong. It's such a nice smell. And it fills up the house when you're baking too. That's what I love about it. Now onto our wet. So in this bowl, we have 1/4 cup of butter that's room temperature. And to that, we're gonna add 4 ounces of cream cheese, also room temperature. So you definitely wanna let these sit out. They always mix better when they're room temperature. But you know, if you didn't do that, that's totally fine. You can just do like power level 2 or 3 in the microwave. Melt it a little just for like, a couple of minutes. And then we're also going to add the erythritol. This is 1/4 cup of erythritol. And then we're going to give this a quick mix using our hand mixer. And if you stopped right there, you have a nice like buttercream frosting. So now we're going to add some sour cream. And sour cream, if you guys have ever made a mug cake with sour cream, it comes out really dense and moist, almost like a pound cake. So the sour cream is really a secret trick to just making any baked good really dense and moist. So we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of sour cream. Then we're gonna add 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla, pretty generous with this, and 50 drops of liquid stevia or 1/2 teaspoon. And then the last thing to add in is 4 large eggs. And now we mix one last time. Now that the wet ingredients are all fully incorporated, we're gonna add in our dry ingredients in 2 batches as we continue to mix. Just bring the sides down. That looks beautiful. So now all that's left to do is fold in our walnuts and our fresh blueberries. So we have 1/2 cup of chopped up walnuts here. Toss those in. And you can always do more, you can always do less, you could do a different nut. Almonds would be great as well. And then we have 2/3 of a cup of fresh blueberries that we did wash, and we ate a couple. We as in me and the baby. And we're just gonna fold this in. That is beautiful. So we have our oven preheating to 350 degrees. So you want to get that going now if you already haven't. And we have a standard loaf pan, 8.5 by 4.5, and we have greased it and lined it with some parchment paper for easy removal. So all we're going to do is pour this batter in and then pop it in the oven. So at this point, you could totally top it with some additional blueberries, some extra walnuts if you wanted for just a prettier serving. But we're just gonna pop this right in for anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes. It'll depend on your oven. Our oven actually runs a bit hot, so we're gonna check on it around 40. So you can do the toothpick test. So you insert a toothpick. If it comes out clean, it's good to go. So we'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and the bread has cooled just a bit, but we're pretty impatient. It's still slightly warm. So it was in for a total of 45 minutes. So I said 50 to 60, but again, ovens vary. And ours was definitely browning. And I did the toothpick test, came out clean. So we are trusting the toothpick. Oh yeah, whoa, baby. That is beautiful. And I love this crack. Look how it's like artisan bread. This is something you'd see in Panera, the blueberry coming through. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a nice slice. Goes right through. Oh yeah, look at that. Still very warm. Oh, and there's some walnut, there's some blueberry. This is gorgeous. Let's give this a try. That is dense. That is pound cake. And the cinnamon with the crunch of the walnut and the subtle sweetness and tartness of the blueberry. Guys, this is delicious. And it rises, so it's actually really substantial. Definitely something you're gonna wanna make. This is the perfect like all year round, right? You can eat this during the summer. Great with some spread. You could do like almond butter. Almond butter would be so good. A seasonal winter loaf for the holidays. You can serve this, you know, if you're doing brunch or something with friends and family. Make this. Let us know what you put in yours. You could change up the berries. You could do raspberries, blackberries, and any nuts you want. And let us know by tagging us on Instagram or sharing on Twitter. We never shout out Twitter. Twitter sucks. I wanted to make a sibling analogy, like
Twitter's the sibling that died at birth.
No, that's terrible. Like the goth sibling who like lives in the basement and has like lizards in a tank and pees in like a glass jar or something, you know, like weird. Definitely use Twitter for this recipe. And linked below is the description on how to make this step by step. This is my new favorite bread recipe that we have on our site. So check it out. We love you. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.